And so let's get comfortable here. You're lying on your back. You have a small lift, maybe a pillow or a blanket folded under your scapula, under your shoulder blades. We want to be able to open up across the center of your chest. I want you to feel like your shoulders are heavy, resting down. Your hips are heavy. You can have your feet to the floor with bent knees. Knees can hang a little toward the center, a little toward each other. Feet are wide. Just resting. If you would like to straighten your legs, you could give that a try. It's going to cause a much deeper back bend in your lumbar spine, so if that doesn't feel good, go back. And breathe deeply into your heart space here. Take a moment to notice how you are feeling in this time, in this space. Recognizing the changes that are happening around us every day. So much change can be quite unsettling. But consider that you have weathered much change already every day. You can do this hard thing. The song title from one of my favorite singer-songwriters, Carrie Newcomer. You can do this hard thing. There is so much out there that we struggle with on a daily basis. You can do this. You have the strength and power inside of your own self. We take a full deep breath. We take a big sigh out our mouth. We focus inward and we remind ourselves that we are powerful, we do have strength, and we do have courage. And we can do this hard thing. We're going to begin to add a little movement, keeping your knees bent and your feet wide apart. Begin to drop your knees down to each side. Both legs dropping toward one side. As you inhale, lift your knees up, and as you exhale, drop your knees down the other side. If you care to also turn your gaze side to side, perhaps opposite of your knees, go ahead and give that a try. Now, resting in the center, let's take cobbler's shape for the legs. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to drop open to the side. If that does not feel right to your body, go back to another position that felt more comfortable. And now bring your knees back the way you had them. Feet to the floor, knees pointing to the sky. And bring your right knee into your chest. Squeeze it in tightly. Now, if this lift under your shoulder blades becomes uncomfortable, just take it out. No need to keep it there. Bringing your right knee into your chest, rotate your ankle around in circles a few times each direction. Squeeze and open your toes. Point and flex your ankle. Now straighten this leg toward the ceiling. Interlace your fingers behind your leg. And instead of pulling the leg to you, please do the opposite. Push your leg away from you. Your fingers are interlaced behind your leg, maybe behind your knee or your upper thigh, and push your straight leg away from you. You should feel that anchor in the back of your pelvis. Flex your ankle, push with your heel, pull your toes. Now deep breath in. Let go of your hands, engage your belly, slowly lower that straight leg all the way down to the floor. Once you reach the floor, bend your knee, put your foot back next to the other one. A couple windshield wipers of your knees side to side. Drop over to each side. Again, reminder, if your lift under your shoulder blades has gotten uncomfortable, just take it out and lie on your back. We'll just do the other side before we come up. So settle in the middle. Bring your feet under your knees, knees pointed to the sky. Now bring your left knee, your opposite knee, towards your chest. Squeeze it in tight. Pulling your knee to your chest, rotate your ankle around in circles. Squeeze and open your toes. Point and flex your ankle. Now let's take that leg straight up. You're going to push it toward the ceiling. Again, we're pushing the leg away. So interlace your fingers behind your knee or your upper thigh. Push your leg away, your arms will go straight. Flex your ankle, push your heel, pull your toes. Breathe. Lower belly should be squeezed in, lower back should be pressing to the floor. Now release your hands and engage your belly. As you exhale, slowly lower that straight leg all the way down to the floor. Once you tap the floor, bend your knee again. Foot comes to the floor, and this time open your knees wide into that cobbler butterfly type shape. Knees wide, feet together. If that doesn't feel comfortable, pick another leg shape. Inhale, rolling over onto one side. Exhale here. Press into the floor and bring yourself upright. Find a comfortable way to sit. Feel free to put a lift under your hips if you want that. You could use the pillow or blanket you already had, of course. And we're going to start with moving the arms. Drop your fingertips beside your body. As you exhale, lower your chin downward. Inhale, lift your arms out and up overhead, gazing toward your hands. Exhale, opposite, release your arms down. Again, out and up. Breathe in, fill the sides of your ribs. Exhale, release, lower your chin. Drop your arms down. Twice more, please, with your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Last one of these, inhaling up, exhaling down. Let's go side to side now. Reach just the right arm. Exhale, tip left. Drop into this side seat, turning your gaze downward toward your hip or your wrist. Continue with your right sitting bone on the floor. Try not to let that lift. Squeeze and open your fist at the top. And next, make a fist and draw a circle, stretching through your forearm. Let's inhale, come back up to the sky, and windmill your arms over, tip to the opposite side. Right palm to the floor, left arm up and over. Turn your gaze looking downward toward your wrist. Squeeze and open your left fist. Now make a fist and draw a circle around. Really stretching through that forearm. If your arm doesn't go all the way over your head, that's fine. You could put it on your shoulder or leave your hand at your hip. Now, as you inhale, let's windmill back and forth. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tip over. And go back to the other side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tip over. Take your rhythm, your breath, full and deep. Notice we want to keep the core engaged. The core is our strength here, our stabilizer as we tip back and forth. All right, let's add a twist this time. Inhale, coming up through the center. Rotate ribs left, drop your arms down. Turning your shoulders and your gaze to the side or even a little further toward the back. Drop your tail. Can you square your hips to the front or does that bother your back? If so, turn your hips also. Inhale back through the center, arms lift, rotate the other way, drop your arms down. Relax your shoulders. Turn your neck as far as feels comfortable without over cranking into this twist. Now let's go back and forth. How about inhale, arms lift. Exhale, rotate other way, arms lower. Other side, inhale, lift to center. Exhale, twist and lower. Just one more time each side. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, twist the other way. Last one, inhale, rise through center, twist the other way. All right, back to center, arms rise, forward fold over your crossed legs, reach out the front. Use your hands, your blocks, your bolster, whatever you need to support you as you drop in to forward fold. Take some time while you're here in your forward fold to notice, to come inward to your breath. Bring your thoughts inside as well. Inhale as you lift from the head, engage your belly, walk your hands in and up. Now let's extend the legs out, strong in front of us, nice and straight. Give your ankles and knees a shake back and forth. And we'll set up for reverse table. You'll lean back onto your hands, bend your knees. So if your shoulders aren't gonna like this, you know you can sit upright and take your heart up. That's all you need to do. If you're leaning back, your fingers can point forward or out to the side. That's up to you. Press your feet down just like you're doing bridge pose. Push up from the tailbone and lift your hips up. Extend across your chest, shoulder to shoulder. Really keep open. And can you take the crown of your head to point behind you? Gazing toward the sky. Squeeze a little bit more, lift your hips a little bit more. Exhale, release, drop again to your seat and extend your legs forward. Bring your arms out beside your legs, straighten your arms and let your fingertips land to the floor beside you. Now I want you to press your tented fingertips into the floor with straight arms. Lift up through your sternum. Strong, straight legs. Pressing your heels to the floor. Pointing your toes to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Lean as you breathe out. Bend your elbows toward the back of the room behind you. Lean forward from your sternum. Crown of your head. Keep your lower ribs pulled in tight. Now, can you add some traction with your fingertips? Your fingers are where they were before. They're still on the floor beside your legs, but press into the floor and drag them behind you. I want you to find some action between your shoulder blades. Heart is open. Think about cobra. That's what we're doing in our chest. All right, release that, come back up. Shake your legs out again. Press your arms forward and windshield wiper your wrists side to side as well. Okay, shake that out. Can you crisscross your legs the other way? We'll sit Sukhasana one more time, but the other shin in the front. If legs crossed is not comfortable for you, that's fine. Pick another way. It doesn't really matter. Okay. All right. So we'll start with hands to the heart. Inhale, reach straight arms forward. Rotate palms up, thumbs go out as you open your chest. Go in reverse. Palms come forward and touch. Come into your heart with your thumbs as you round your back. Scoop out the belly. Inhale, sit up, reach forward, open your palms, thumbs to the back, open your heart. Think about cow belly stretch. Go in reverse. Arms come out front, palms touch, thumbs to chest as you round your back. Inhale, reach and open. Exhale, palms together, thumbs to your heart, curl in just a little bit. Reverse, one more time. Inhale, reach, palms open, out to the side. Reverse, palms together, thumbs come to your heart, round your back. All right. Inhale, sit up tall, hands to your kneecaps. Begin to circle your torso around your hips. Deep circling in the core. This is a great strengthener if you really focus your mind that the muscles in the core here are making this action happen. Try not to push yourself into a deep lean. Make the muscles do the circle. Reverse, please. Other way. Make the muscles do the circle. All right, sit up tall. We'll take cat and cow here. Open your heart as you breathe toward the sky. Exhale, curve your back, hands to your kneecaps, chin to chest, round in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curve in. One more of these. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curve in. This time, inhale, sit tall. Bring your fingers out in front. Lean forward. Forward fold once again over your shins. Or whatever way you've decided to sit in your body. Inhale, lift your head, engage your belly, walk your hands back in tight. Extend your legs out the front. One more time, big long shake in Dandasana. Straight long legs, shake them out. Now we'll settle in Dandasana. Nice and tall here in your core. Bring your fingers up by your shoulders, then reach them straight up to the sky. Take a hold of your left wrist from behind and tip to the right. Notice here we don't want to lose pressure on either foot or either sitting bone. Middle of the body, the core, all the way around, front, back, and sides. That's what's holding you. Inhale, change it up, reach tall, really reach to the sky. Then change hands and tip to the other side. So if your shoulders don't do this, same as before. Hands behind the head, hands on your shoulders, hands on your hips. All right, inhale, rise again. Lean forward, reach out. Imagine you have a big beach ball between your hands and you want to reach them beyond your feet. Okay, nice and long. Reach out, reach out, reach out. And release. Let it go. Come on back up. Shake your legs. All right, we're going to turn into a single leg wide stretch. So I've got my right leg extended out. So if you want to turn sideways on your mat, go ahead. I've got my left knee bent and I've curled in my left foot right up tight towards my groins. So you might remember this trick. If your knee doesn't like this, you could put a block underneath it and maybe bring your foot a little further away from your physical body. Okay. So what we'll do here is a side stretch. So we'll start by extending your right arm along the length of your right leg. Turn your shoulders toward your bent knee, toward the left, away from your straight leg. Reach your left arm up into the sky, breathe in. Lean sideways down the length of your right leg as you stretch across. Now we're going to hold this shape for a couple of breaths. Now we'll flow. Inhale, rise up. Place your left hand on the floor. Windmill your right arm over your head and lean over the other way. Inhale, sit up, back where we were before. Right arm with the straight leg, left arm over your head, reach across. Inhale, sit up, other side, lean the other way. Last one of these, inhale, sit up, reaching toward your right foot, Inhale, come all the way up, drop your left hand, lean over to the left, and back to the center. Release. We'll bring the feet together in the middle and we'll take boat pose as a transition. So if you're sitting on a blanket like I am, you might want to scoot your bum onto the floor first. I'm going to turn a little sideways so you can see. We've got toes to the floor, maybe feet to the floor. Lean back, engage your core. As you're comfortable, lift one or both feet up. If you want to add a little more spice today, you could bring a block or a pillow between your feet. And if you want, let go your hands. Knees can remain bent or you could straighten your legs. Try to relax and broaden your shoulders. Think lower belly. Think smooth breath. Strong body. Release. Bring your feet down to the floor. Extend your legs out the front. Give yourself a little hip flexor release before we take that stretch on the other side. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to extend the left leg long, bend the right knee in. Your foot comes right up next to your body. Same as before, if you need a lift under your knee, try that and move the foot a little further away from you. Okay? Whatever you need to feel comfortable. We'll start with the left arm down the length of the left leg. Remember to keep your foot active, right? The thigh is pressing strong, tightening strong, I mean. Your heel is pressing down as your toes point up. Turn your shoulders toward your bent knee. Inhale your right arm up into the sky. Exhale, slide sideways toward your left foot and hold. Remember, if this arm doesn't go over your head, that's fine. You can place your hand behind your head, your hand on your shoulder, your hand on your waist. All right, let's come back up. Inhale, we'll rise up. Windmill your arms the other way. Place your right hand to the floor, lean to the right, stretch your opposite side, and we'll hold over here. Okay, flow back and forth. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean over. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean over. With your breath, inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lean. Last set. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lean down that straight leg. Turn your heart open. Come all the way up. Lean the other way. Exhale, over. Inhale, back to center. Okay. Bring your knees in together. Feet to the floor. And one more time, we'll take boat pose. You decide where you want to be. I'm going to continue to use a block between my feet. So you can decide, right? Squeeze the block by itself on the floor. That works really nicely also. Lean back, broad shoulders. Maybe your feet come off the floor, maybe they don't. Maybe your legs straighten, maybe they don't. That's up to you. But we want to activate the legs, really tighten thighs. If you've got your block, squeeze it, but press it away. Engage in the core, broaden your shoulders. Deep breath. Okay, release, let that go. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Fold forward over your diamond-shaped legs and drop into forward fold. I'm going to place a block under my forehead for a little extra grounding today. Please remember, in this shape of forward fold, the arms are not doing anything. They don't have a job. Please don't pull your upper body into your lap. Inhale as you lift your head, rise up. Exhale, swing your legs around to tabletop, please. Hands and knees, fingers are spread, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Get strong in your abdominals. Really pull your lower belly up toward the sky, away from the floor. Nice and tipped, strong, lengthened long in your low back. And we'll begin here with side to side hip shifts. So push your hip off to one side, then the other side. You can get really deep here if you choose, or you can stay shallow. You decide. Supporting your knees as needed. So my friends who don't like to be on your knees, that's okay. You can come to standing up, bend your knees with your hands on your knees. You can find a similar action in the hips. And the next few activities that we're going to do, I'll do them on my hands and knees. If you don't want to be there, you can stand and I'll give you an option. From what I see from here, everybody's down, so I'll stay down as well. Let's take an extension first, right leg to the back. Press your toes into your mat and push your heel back for a nice calf stretch. Now let's lift that leg up, squeeze it. Opposite fingers curl forward and maybe also lift up. So we're reaching long, yeah? Tail to crown to fingers. Lift your low belly away from the floor. And change sides, please. Take the opposite leg, extend it straight, Push the balls of your foot into the floor. Get started here. Nice calf stretch. Now we'll take a balance. Squeeze your tush, lift your straight leg. Opposite fingers forward and rise. Lift and lengthen. Hold steady. Smooth breath. You can do this hard thing. Release, coming back down, tabletop. This time we'll take pulsing lifts. Extend your right leg straight to the back, toes on the floor. Take the opposite arm forward, fingers on the floor. So everything is down to get started. Then as you inhale, lift up your arm and leg straight. As you exhale, lower and tap the floor. Just like that with the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Release. Change sides. Fingers on the floor in front, toes on the floor behind. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Release. Both knees to the floor. Come onto your fists for a moment. Make a fist out of your hand and come onto your fist. While you're here, hips shift side to side. Then give it a try. Tuck your toes underneath. Pull your hips back to sit on your feet. Hands can stay in this fist position or you can come onto fingertips. Press onto your feet. Tuck toes underneath you. Inhale, return, tabletop. And we're going to take the extension again, right leg and opposite left arm. Inhale, lift up, but bend your elbows so your fingertips point at the sky, and bend your knees so the sole of your foot points at the sky. Now little pulses, up, up, up. Little pulses. Fingertips reach for the sky, heel reaches for the sky. Try not to let your navel reach for the floor. Change sides, let go. Then we'll trade the other leg, okay? Left leg back, opposite fingers forward. Lift here to start. Bend your elbow, fingertips to the sky. Bend your knee, heel to the sky. Little pulses. So this one is difficult because your belly wants to drop down. So your biggest challenge is to keep the belly up away from the floor. Okay, release, come down. Let's come onto our forearms. Palms can be flat or you can interlace your fingers. We're going to take a little dolphin here. The toes will tuck under and your hips will lift up. So if your shoulders aren't going to do that, don't worry. You can try something different. You could take downward dog or you could come to child's pose. Arms can stack, hands under forehead, or arms can rest beside you. One more inhale, come onto your tippy toes. Keep your belly strong. As you exhale, lower your knees all the way to the floor. And now we'll settle all of us in child's pose, wide knees, toes together. Drop in. Arm shape is your choice. Maybe hands under forehead. Maybe full extension of your arms in front. Maybe you want to extend your arms beside the length of your body and rest the tops of your hands on the floor. All right, it's time to get moving. So tuck your toes underneath you, hands out in front. Lift yourself to downward dog for a couple of breaths. After you're comfortable with downward dog, you're going to back up, hands walk back to feet, forward fold. Hands walk back to your feet, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to get it comfortable in this forward fold. Let your head hang. And let's draw a circle with your head. Reverse your circle. Turn your head as if you're saying no. And now, nod your head yes. Hang in stillness. One more time. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Bend your knees even deeper. Round your back. Rolling up. Press through your feet as you rise. Arms reach out and extend up overhead. Palms touch. Come to your heart. Settle into mountain pose. All right, we're going to do some movement now. So take this as slow as you need for your body. Okay, inhale, arms release. Take them all the way out and up, palms to the sky. Hands touch. Take your left wrist from behind and lean right. Change sides. Inhale, stand tall. Take the opposite wrist from behind, lean left. Inhale, stand tall. Palms slide through the middle, forward fold, all the way down. Half lifting, rise up as you extend your legs and your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, all the way lifting, rise all the way back up, hands to the sky. Palms touch, slide down to your heart. Adding on, inhale, arms lift. Take your left wrist from behind, lean right. Inhale, stand tall, change sides, exhale, lean left. Inhale, rise. Chair pose, bend your knees as you sit back. Hold as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Half lift, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees to stand, all the way tall, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Adding on. Inhale, arms lift. Take your left wrist from behind, lean right. Inhale, lift, change hands, lean left. Inhale, lift, palms touch, chair pose. Exhale, bend your knees. Hold, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, expand your heart. Forward fold, walk your hands out the front. Come into plank. Drop your knees down to your mat. Hug your elbows as you lower yourself to the floor, all the way down. Cobra for the inhale. Rise your heart. Exhale, lower. One more cobra, please. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull yourself, tabletop, downward dog, hips rise, pressing back. Pause here. If downward dog does not feel comfortable, drop to your knees and take puppy or tabletop. One more breath. Lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk your hands backward to your feet. Lower your heels as you travel. Half lift. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms to the sky. Hands to your heart, exhale. Adding on, inhale, arms lift. Take your left wrist from behind, lean right. Inhale, rise, change sides, exhale, lean left. Inhale, rise, chair pose, exhale. Hold as you breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Half lift, inhale, rise your heart forward. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, walk your hands forward, coming to plank. Lower your knees or not. Squeeze your elbows as you drop onto your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. One more cobra. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, pull your hips back, downward dog, or table, or puppy. Inhale, rise to your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees and slowly lower your knees to the floor. Bring your left foot to the front, low lunge. Your choice if you need blocks here. I'm going to bring one because we're going to do a twist. So if you want a block, it's going to be on the right side of your mat. We'll start first in arms lifted with knee down. So if knee on the floor is not comfortable for you, your choice is warrior one, okay? Arms will rise as much as feels good to your body. Maybe your arms are straight and your fingers are really excited to reach for the sky. Maybe that doesn't work for you and you want a wide V or cactus, you decide, okay? So the inhale will be here, lift arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows into a deep cactus or a W and arch your back a bit as you lift your heart to the sky. Inhale, arms extend up. Exhale, elbows bend, heart lifts. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale, elbows bend, heart lifts. One more. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale, elbows bend, heart lifts. Release your arms down and either interlace your fingers behind you or put your hands on your hips. We'll take an inhale to extend this lift and open the heart. Exhale, lean forward over your bent knee. So if you're in warrior one, that's fine. You can keep leaning forward. Press your palms together as best you can. Reach your knuckles away from you. Now release your hands to the floor on either side of your foot or perhaps onto right hand onto a block. Twisting to the left. Open your left arm. Twist your ribs, shoulders looking out the left. Excuse me. Keep pressing left foot. Option here, tuck your right toes, straighten your right leg. Your choice where you want to go. One more breath. Exhale, untwist, step back, downward dog. Always an option if downward dog is not for you, puppy or child's pose or belly flop. That's a lovely one too. Deep breath in, big sigh out your mouth. Inhale up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, walk your hands backward to your feet. Lower your heels as you travel. Standing forward fold. Half lift, heart lifts up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, rise all the way up to the sky. Arms lift overhead, palms touch, come to your heart. Second side, inhale, arms lift. Take your left wrist, lean right. Change sides, inhale, rise. Exhale, tip the other way. Inhale, rise. Chair pose. Exhale, have a seat down. Hold as you breathe in. Forward fold, dive down. Half lift. Inhale, rise the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, walk your hands forward to plank. Your choice, lower your knees or not. Squeeze your elbows as you lower all the way to the floor. Heart lifts for cobra. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. One more cobra, please. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward dog. Pull your hips back. You decide. Knees can be down for puppy. You can be in child's pose if you like. Press your hands, but pull your hips away from your hands. Feel the breath. Feel the extension. You can do this hard thing. Now, as you inhale, rise to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees all the way to the ground. Bring your opposite foot, your right foot forward for a lunge this time. Blocks can be under your shoulders, and you can use 2 blocks if you like. Or hands can come and stay on your knee. Otherwise, arms are up to the sky. You decide, you guys. You know where you're going. You know your strength and power. Remember, squeeze lower belly in. Zipper up tight all the way up. Buckle your ribs. Inhale, fingers are to the sky at any space that feels good to you. As you exhale, bend your elbows, arch your back a little, take a tiny back bend. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, heart opens. Last one, inhale, rise. Exhale, bend. Release your arms straight down beside you. Interlace your fingers behind or place your hands on your hips. Okay, if your fingers are interlaced, try to put the opposite hand on top. Straightening your arms as much as will work. Press the heels of your hands toward each other. As you exhale, lean forward over your knee. Remember, you can always take warrior 1 here if your knee doesn't work on this side. Tailbone pulls back away from your front knee. Finger knuckles pull away from the crown of your head. Exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Maybe place your left hand on a block. Time for twisting. Reach your right arm to the right. Turn your ribs to the right. Rotate your shoulders. Think about dropping your left shoulder to the midline of your mat and stacking your other shoulder directly on top. Option to tuck the left toes and straighten the left knee. Just the idea. And notice if your belly has fallen out somewhere and bring it back in. Exhale, untwist, step back, downward dog, or child's pose, or puppy, or belly flop, whatever feels good to your body right now. Inhale, lift onto your tippy toes. Exhale, walk your hands halfway back to your feet and pause here. We're going to try a yogi squat. So you'll take your left foot and step to the outside of your left wrist. Then do the same thing with your left over foot. Your right foot is going to step to the outside of your right wrist and you'll drop into a big squat. Easier said than done, I know. It's a difficult one. If you have a block, go ahead and place that under your tailbone and have a seat on it. If you're near the sofa or an ottoman or a coffee table or something else you want to sit on, go for that. This is a groin stretch here. So if you've been doing some gardening, what I really want you to focus on here in this stretch is widening your knees. So you could use your elbows for a little leverage. I'm going to bring my palms to touch here, thumbs at my sternum. Then I'm going to press my knees wide. Maybe add a little resistance of my knees into my elbows. Now I'm going to drop my tailbone way down. And think about really rolling the femur bone, the thigh bone, rolling it out behind. Okay, so we're going to gracefully land on the floor, on our tush, okay? So you can release your arms forward for a little counterbalance. Slide back onto your bum, extend your legs out front. Yeah, okay, shake your legs out. So we'll start in, for our twist, this final twist, I'm gonna have you bring one leg up, sort of figure four-ish. Give you some options. I'm gonna sit on a blanket, a lifted blanket. I'm gonna keep my right leg straight, bend my left knee. Then bring your left ankle across to the outside of your other knee. So just like when we do figure four, right? I made a very nice four. The ankle bone is on the outside of the flesh of my thigh. I'm gonna push my knee away. Okay. You can choose to stay here. If you would like, the extended right leg, you can bend it and bring your foot closer into your body. I like to hold on underneath the knee and pull that knee in nice and close. So everybody's body is going to respond differently to this. It might not come in very far, and that's fine. So we want to keep the shin away from us, and we're going to bring the sternum toward the shin, and think about bringing your collarbones up and over the shin. That might help you keep your spine long. You don't want to round and poke your nose at your shin. You want to bring your sternum and your collarbones up and over your shin. Okay. So, option here to shift your legs side to side, sort of rock them back and forth. Fine. You might find a place that feels like that's the ticket and that's where you need to stay. Go ahead. So this is an easy stretch to access from a chair. So for those of you who've spent a lot of time sitting, you can easily come into figure four and lean over your legs. Okay, we're going to add the option for a twist here. So the way you'll get into this, a couple different things you could do. Let's take a simple twist first. I'm going to keep my right hand on the front of my right shin. My other hand is going to come to the floor so I can lean back with a straight spine. Okay. Now I let my right hand out from underneath, and I'm going to turn to the left and bring my hand to my opposite knee. Okay. That might be enough for you. If you would like more, drop your legs to the opposite side so that this lifted foot is coming toward the floor. They might not land all the way, they might just go a couple of inches. And you might get a deep stretch here in the outside of your left hip. And that might be what you like. One more breath. And we'll come back to the center. Lower your legs to the floor. I like to lean back on my hands and shake my legs out. Get a little hip flexor release. Okay, just one more side, then we're out of time for today. So let's get started with the left leg will stay straight. Bend your right knee and cross the ankle to the outside. Take care the bone of the ankle goes on the outside of your flesh. Then you're going to want to push the right knee away from your head. Stay here if that's where you're going. Otherwise, bend the left knee and pull it in closer to your body. So hopefully you figured out this is just pigeon sitting upright. Yeah? So I know some of you, pigeon is your favorite thing in the whole world. There aren't very many of you, but I know you. You might want to go right ahead into pigeon. That's up to you. This is sitting upright pigeon. You can find this lying down on your back. Okay, again, you can rock if you want. So many options here. Don't let me push you into territory that's dangerous for your body. You're in charge of you over there. All right, if you want to add a twist, first thing you're going to do is take your left hand underneath to the front of your kneecap. Then the right hand, you're going to lean back and put it on the floor for support. Think about long, straight spine, right? Because we're getting ready to twist. So, of course, we want a long, straight spine. Then you'll turn your shoulders to the right. Take your left hand out from under and bring it to your opposite knee. Don't pull. We don't want to pull ourselves into a twist with our arm, but we can use the hand and knee to press into each other for a little resistance so that the middle of the body can work harder. If you want to drop your knees to the opposite side, Your left knee and right foot are going to drop over to the left as you twist. Just the option. Of course, be careful if you have a story in your back. Any history there. Let's release, come back to center. Uncurl your legs, extend them straight out the front, give them a shake, leaning back onto your arms. Okay, my friends, we are out of precious time. So, on your way into Shavasana, take any final stretches or movements that you like. Maybe another back bend, maybe an inversion with your legs up in the air. Put on your socks and your sweaters, whatever you need to feel cozy and comfy. You always have the option to take Shavasana any way you want to. Since I've been practicing at home more these days, I've been taking my favorite shape, which is legs up on a chair. So you could come over with your body near the sofa or an ottoman or a chair, and lying on your back, bring your knees bent and your legs up onto the sofa cushions or the chair cushions, and you can rest here. Settle into your deep breath. Remember, you can always stay in Shavasana longer, even though we will be finishing class. If you are not ready to come out, don't need to come out. In the interest of time, we'll bring ourselves out of Shavasana for today. Again, if you would like to stay longer, by all means, reach over and switch off your video and stay here as long as you would like. If you're coming out of this with me, take some deep breaths, bring some movement into wrists and ankles. Expand your arms long. Bend your knees and pull them in close to your body. As you are ready, rolling to your side and pressing upright for a comfortable seat. As you settle, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Bow your chin. Deep breath in. Big sigh out your mouth. Take a moment to remind yourself, as we've been speaking through the class, you can do this hard thing. There are so many challenges that we face every day, but we always have. This is a new challenge. It's wearing a different dress than a challenge of yesterday. but you can do this hard thing. Take a deep breath in, raise your hands and face to the sky. Exhale, open your arms wide, bring your hands back together around in front of your heart. Thank you everyone for continuing to come out and practice with all of us every day. See you again soon. Namaste.